Welcome to Reclaiming Our Roots, Yoruba Spirituality for African Americans. This is Module 2 of our course. And before we get into the actual module, I want to share this pre-lesson with you in order for you to grasp what the significance of ancestry is. You have to first understand the importance of family and the meaning of family. Family, even before you understand family, you got to understand the relationship of family to land. So let's say to put it into perspective for us as African Americans, there are about 40 million African Americans, but we are spread out all over the United States. Imagine if all of us were concentrated in like 3 or 4 states, all of us. This is the place where 4, 5, 6 generations of our family have lived in this town. And we've been in these 4 counties. And other families been in these. My wife's family, they've all been in these 4 counties for 200 years. That is sort of how you can imagine Yoruba land today. That's how it actually is. You have to imagine it, but that's the way it is right now. The local government is the palace. The king is the head of your local government. And your representation in the palace is derived from your family lineage. And you want to be associated with that power base because that's how you get access to the authority. You have a representative from your family that can go straight up the chain of command into the palace. You can go and say, oh yes, my name is Origunwa. I'm a son of Origunwa. My father's father was here. And they will pull out the oral history and people will begin to talk and say, yes, it's true. What ancestors mean in Yoruba land and what ancestors mean here in the United States. Here in the United States, it may not grant you access to any resources or assets. It strictly helps define who you are as an individual. And if you have a family, who your children are and your grandchildren are. That's one of the most important things that you got to know about the difference between ancestral reverence in Yoruba land and ancestral reverence in the United States or in the diaspora in general. The other thing that you've got to know about the difference between ancestors in Yoruba land and ancestors here in the United States is that the Yoruba believe very strongly in the principle of rebirth. It is a genealogical fact in the Yoruba consciousness that people are reborn in their lineage. Whatever, right? There are all kind of physical things that we know, and we as African Americans will talk about it like that. Oh yeah. It's clear that these physical attributes I inherited from my lineage. Well, in West Africa, it goes beyond something like that into the soul of a person is reborn in the soul of another person. And that will reflect in people's names. Baba Tunde, Yetunde, Iyabo is concrete, it's real. Likewise, ownership and belonging, representation and access is very real based upon what your ancestry are, right? So the whole idea is different. You need to know that. You need to understand that. So that's the beginning. That's our pre-lesson. I want you to wrestle with that for a while and prepare yourself to go into our main lesson on